I need you to understand, when people say college is a scam, in no way, shape, or form are we referring to the education that we receive from college. We're referring to the price and the cost associated with going to college. A textbook be $300, just one, and y'all be requiring 5 just to get to class to say the textbook isn't required. So are you gonna give me a refund? That's the scam. Like, you clicking, is it clicking? Like, it's the price associated with receiving an education, and the cost and the extra shit that's associated with trying to get an education. That's the scam. If you're a student that wants to live on campus and you have a car, to park your car on campus, you're paying $300 minimum per semester on top of a tuition. That's insane. And where is that money going? You see what I'm trying to say? Like, the scam is the price. And then don't go to school out of state. It's in the 20s of thousands of dollars, like a $20,000 difference between in-state and out-of-state tuition. For what? Who knows? That is the scam. It's the price, not the education.
Unpopular opinion, but when I have kids, I will not encourage them to go to college. Unless you have a scholarship, you have to take out loans, and as soon as you come out of college, you're in all of this debt. You are 22, 23 years old with so much debt just because you wanted to get a degree, and these degrees these days don't mean anything, especially if you're trying to get a job in corporate. Because at the end of the day, these jobs want you to have experience. And it's like, well, duh, I don't have experience. I was in school for the past 4 years, but they don't care about that. You're not going to get the money that you deserve or the job that you deserve because they want you to have experience. So now you're taking a job just because you need work, and then you have to pay back all of this money for the degree. I am an advocate for going to trade schools. One, trade schools aren't that much. I mean, it still is expensive, but it's better than being in debt hundreds of thousands of dollars. And with trade school, you'll get a license for something instead of just a broad degree. You'll get a license, and then you'll also get certification. Certifications and having a license gets you way further than having a bachelor's degree. So unless you're trying to be a lawyer or a doctor, I don't think going to college really makes sense. I am going to encourage my kids to find a trade, like something in electrician or construction, or even like IT or HVAC. People that have those certifications, they become contractors, they start their own businesses, and even if they work for someone, they always have work, because those type of jobs are jobs that they just never go out of business. Like, you're always gonna need like an electrician or a plumber or an HVAC, like, and those jobs, you make great money. So I will encourage my kids to do that, or I will encourage my kids to be a business owner. After high school, all of those 4 years or 5 years that you spend going to college, you can actually spend learning on how to invest, starting your own business, just learning financial literacy, because even in college, they don't teach you financial literacy, at least the college that I went to. I feel like if I never would have went to college and I just went straight to esthetician school after high school, I would have been way more successful. And I think it's so important to teach kids that it's not about going to college and getting a degree and working for someone. I feel like we need to start encouraging our kids that there's more things than working for someone. You could be a business owner, or you can, have something where you have a certification or like a trade, and you could become like a contractor. It's not always about like a clock in, clock out type of situation. And financial literacy, teaching our kids how to invest. Once you know how to invest, you're college for what?
I've seen living proof that college will literally rob you of everything you had, throw you on the curb, and knock it the fuck, bro. That shit is a scam. I don't care what anyone says. My mom was a literal PhD, the highest degree they can achieve. Like, she went countless nights and days working, barely even seeing us as a kid. She thought she achieved her PhD. I said, Mom, was it all worth it? She literally told me in 9 days, no, it was not worth it. Because I work above and beyond, no matter what I do, uncapped at a certain amount, it turns my income. I work above and beyond everyone else, and what they only do is just give me a small reward. And that was the day I knew I did not want to go to college, because why would I spend 50, 60, 70 grand a year at literally 18 years old, not knowing what I wholeheartedly want to do, and not even be guaranteed a job? And if I am guaranteed a job like that, I'm gonna make 50 grand a year and pay off that debt for the next like who knows how long. And that's why so many young people nowadays are saying screw school and going all in while they're young and have the most energy, because that's when they can take the most risk. When you're like 40, 50 years old and you're working a job, you can't just drop everything that you had and go all in on like a freaking saddle. So, bro, you have a family to feed. At like 18 and in your 20s, that's when you can actually take the most risk, go all in, and do everything that you can to potentially find out what you truly want to do and set yourself up for life if you play your cards right.
Hey beautiful people, welcome back to the Candid Lens. A lot of people, including celebrities, are saying college is a scam, university is a scam. One, because it takes a lot of thousands of dollars to go to school and finish to get your degree. And the other part, because after getting the degree, not everybody who went to college to study a particular course end up getting to work with that particular course or degree. Well, this topic is very, very controversial because yes, college is very expensive, and we have seen a lot of people who have gone to college and who are using their degree and their certificate to make ends meet. While we have seen other people who have gone to college or the university get their degree, probably 2 degrees or 3 degrees, and they cannot get hired. Or they get hired and they're getting paid a little bit higher than the minimum wage. Out there, you're going to see a lot of people throwing statistics left and right just to be able to back up their own specific opinion that they have on college being a scam or college not being a scam. Today in this video, we're going to see different creators on TikTok ranting and explaining how college is a scam through their own lenses and how college is not a scam through their own lens.
Tell me the day that you realized college was a scam. I'll go first. When I was 17 years old, I used to work in this retail store called Superdry. If you don't know what Superdry is, it's a regular retail store. It used to be popular, but then it died down. I used to work with this girl, right? And I remember her telling me that she graduated from Yale. I'm really not trying to throw shade or nothing, but it's just the fact that my little 17-year-old ass was really making the same wage as someone who graduated from Yale.
So I graduated college when I was 20. I'm currently 22. I'm actually doing my MBA right now. I graduated from Morgan State University. Shout out to the Bears. Currently living in Los Angeles. But I just wanted to make this video to talk about why you should go to college in 2024. Let's get into it. Now, before we even get into it, let's just talk about the fact that a lot of people go to college for the wrong reasons. A lot of people go to college because it's a societal standard. Their parents told them to. Their friends are going. And these are all plan B, C type reasons, but your plan A is just for yourself. You need to be going for yourself, okay? And with that being said, I think the secret sauce to college, in my personal opinion, is going for what you want to do. Because when I went to college, my reason was I went because it was the only school I can get into, right? At the time, I had a terrible GPA, and that was the only school I can get into. And the thing is, I didn't know what I wanted to do. Whatever program was showing me love, that's the one I went into. And at the time, I didn't know that was what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? I got into it, I was failing. I was getting all types of D's, E's, F's, crazy GPA, right? And then through a story that I would have to go into to another video, I figured out what I actually wanted to do, happened to fall in the marketing space. I then switched my major to strategic communication. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, ever since I switched my degree, I'm getting straight A's, I'm getting internships, I'm getting certifications, I'm going crazy. Solely because what I was learning was what I wanted to learn and what I wanted to do. So at a point, it didn't even feel like I was in school. I felt like I was just getting free game every day to apply to what I wanted to do on a daily basis anyway. Does that make sense? Comment up, make sense in the comments if that makes sense. I think the other thing that you pick up from going to college is really just the skill of connecting with people, having conversations with people of different backgrounds, different perspectives, having disagreements in respectful and professional manners, and overall just being a better individual as a professional or whatever industry you end up getting into, honestly speaking. I think college also helps you with being punctual. So like submitting your assignments on time, arriving to class on time, meetings on time, etc. And I think it's also good with helping you think outside the box. So like when you have a lot of projects, you have to think outside the box. You have to work with people that you may or may not like. You have to think about, how am I going to get this grade? Because I'm paying for this school and I cannot just let the money fly in the air, right? So everything I'm saying is something you're going to be doing for 4 years. So this is, in my personal opinion, a better option than being on the street, just fully working. If you go to trade school, something like that, that's still kind of in the realm of what I'm talking about. So I'm not talking about that. But I'm just talking about the mindset of, oh, I'm going to just figure it out. Oh, da, 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 da. And even if you're into trading is cool. I trade, but the thing is, trading would be an additional source of income, and plus the intellectual knowledge that you will have from the experience and the things you learn from school will be unbeatable. I'm just telling you that right now. So before you consider school a scam, or before not even going to school, I'm not an ambassador of no school. Schools don't pay me. I'm actually only doing my MBA because I actually want to. So before you actually go to school, just consider what you want to do, right? Consider what you want to be in life. Consider what you want to do and go to school for that. And even if you don't know, just go figure out. You will get exposed to different opportunities that you could just change your major, right? Really take those first 2 years, because regardless of what your major is, you're going to be taking general classes anyway for the first 2 years. So you can essentially take those first 2 years to really dial in on what it is that you want to do, and just take electives, take different classes, and hey, you might take a class that might have a major that you can really hone in on, and take that opportunity and really change your life, motivate your family. I'm a first of 3 boys. I want my brothers to take me going to school as inspiration, to really just do something good with their life. So that's kind of like multiple, but still few benefits of just going to school, you know what I'm saying?
Is college a scam? Well, let's look at the data. It turns out it highly depends on what degree you actually get. If you study a STEM degree, you are close to 100% likely to get a positive ROI. But what's pretty interesting is that if you're male and study an undesirable degree, your outcome is going to be a lot worse than females. In the Economist article titled, "Was Your Degree Really Worth It?" it also highlights some other interesting facts, such as 56% of Americans believe that a degree is no longer worth it, and what you study matters a whole lot more than where you study, and that men have a higher chance of earning more money without a degree than women. If your main goal with a college degree is to earn money, getting a STEM degree is still the best choice. Good luck.
I just got done watching a TikTok of a girl that said that college is a waste of time. I received a bachelor's in criminal justice and in Spanish, and to be honest, for me, it wasn't a waste of time. I think a lot of people associate college with making money. And I know we live in a capitalistic world where you do need to make money, but I often feel like college is also a time where you're able to expand and develop your way of thinking. I was around 17 when I started my freshman year at San Diego State University, and I had no idea what I was doing with my life. I thought I knew, but I genuinely didn't. So I think this is a perfect opportunity for you to stay focused and do the things that you think you want to do in that time, and really develop your identity, because going out into the real world and starting to work right away, for some that might be ideal, but for me it was more of like, okay, what is it that I want to do with my life? And if you have the opportunity to go to college and not get in debt, because then that's where I feel like, okay, if you don't have to go to college and in the Duarte, then don't do it. That's not a smart idea. But for me, thankfully I had a full ride to San Diego State. I only had to take out one loan because I studied abroad, but it was a very small amount. So if you have the ability to get scholarships and go to college, just go. It's gonna be 3, 4, 5, however many years where you get to discover who you are and who you want to become in this world. It's not well, you have to get this degree and you're stuck doing that for the rest of your life. I'm not using my degrees, but again, it was not a waste of time for me in my experience. And I think we should value education a little bit more in society, and no te cuesta nada aprender más. So my advice, go to school if it makes sense for you.
If you're still in school, please stop majoring things that's not going to make you money.
I'm a college advisor, and I really, really, really want to say no to what she's saying, but it's kind of true. So I've had a lot of students who are in the first, second year, and they have majors that are media and culture studies, ethnic studies, sociology, psychology, but have no idea what they want to do. Like, they don't want to go become, like psychologists or psychiatrists or social workers, right? They just want a degree and bounce. But the thing is that if you don't get your degree in something that is going to bring you money, you have to start networking. You have to start talking to people. You have to start getting internships and things that you might want to pursue. Like, it's so, so important to get your name out there, to get your face out there, to, work towards success. If you're spending your whole 4 years at college not getting involved, not joining clubs, not getting an internship, not having a job, you're not going to have success finding a job once you graduate. It's really, really sad, but I'm working with students who, you know, have never have no job experience, have no, like, are not involved in anything, and then are scared because, like, they don't know what to do. And post grad is hard, you know, like, it doesn't cut to have a degree anymore. You really have to market yourself. You really have to sell yourself. You really have to show future employers that you have what it takes to be a good employee. Like, no matter how amazing you are, no matter how much of a good work ethic you have, if you don't have the evidence to back up what you're saying, no one's gonna hire you. Like, you really have to work towards success. I personally, like, I majored in education and I got my master's in education, and I really, really wish that I would have gotten a degree that was a little bit more specific. Like, if I would have majored in liberal studies, English, Spanish, my career would have been set to become a teacher. But because I just majored in education, I literally can't become a teacher if I don't take CSETs, if I don't take CBES. Like, I literally have to freaking prove that I know the subject, right? But if I would have majored in English, like Spanish, or liberal studies, I wouldn't have to prove that I know the subject because I majored in the subject. So right now, like, my options of being an educator are super limited, you know, if I want to work in K through 12 schools. And that's what I really want to do. But because I just majored in a very general subject, my options are super limited. Like, I can work in as a social worker, but even not even then, because a lot of them want you to have a master's in social work, an MSW. So I am not stuck, but my options are limited to either nonprofits and education, after school programs, higher education, because sometimes that's, you know, they just want you to understand the education system. So it's hard. Like, you really do have to put yourself out there and market yourself and say that you have what it takes to be in that industry. But if you don't, if you just get your bachelor's and, you know, you don't do anything with it, those 4 years, it's going to be super, super hard for you. So if you're a college student right now, please, please, please get involved. There's so many clubs on campus, like your college campuses, especially like if you're in the UCs in California, there's so many resources for you. There's so many places for you to get involved. It's so, so important. I wish the pandemic didn't ruin my 4 years in college, because there's just so many opportunities I wish I took advantage of. And now I'm living through my students because they're studying abroad, they're getting internships, they're like, oh, they're just doing so many amazing things that I never had the opportunity to because of COVID, because of the pandemic. And sadly, like, you know, I just have to be so happy for them because they're doing things that I wish I could have done. So yeah, please, if you are going to get a degree in something that you are passionate about, it's so, so important for you to start getting your face out there, start getting your name out there. You need to add things to your resume.
Unless you're going to be a doctor, a lawyer, or an accountant, college is a total waste of time. I'm sorry, all the college people and highly educated people with really expensive pieces of paper on your wall. The truth of the matter is there's only 3 people in my life that I care that have a college education or college at all: a doctor, a lawyer, or an accountant. At the end of the day, man, we have supercomputers in our pockets. Like, my son literally has learned Photoshop and videography through YouTube and is making significantly more money than anybody that he knows by doing photography and videography by what he learned on YouTube in 2 months. I'm not going to say it's a scam, but college is not necessarily the best place for you to send your kids or spend any money or spend any time. Just go to YouTube.
Yo, tell me why I signed up for summer college classes and I just decided to, like, basically check how much it's gonna cost. I'm expecting about two bands, you know what I'm saying? I'm only taking 3. Only 3. I go on there and it's over $4,000. $4,000. And I click on it. I want to see the breakdown. And then I see learning support fee. What is a learning support fee? What is that? Who is supporting me? My professors barely text me back. Recreational facilities, I've only been to the gym like 3 times. Student service. Which service? Student union. What union are y'all talking about? First of all, y'all are trying to cancel the diversity things on campus. So what is unioning me there? Instrument. Which instrument? I'm not a science student. We don't even go to lab. Nothing. Which instrument? And then distance education. I stay 5 minutes away from campus. Which distance? Another instrument fee. Intercollegiate athletics. I don't even play sports. I don't do nothing sports. Statutory tuition. Transportation. I've only gotten on the bus maybe 3 times this semester. Like what? Like when I tell you guys I'm actually so sick, like I'm so mad because like what are all these charges? What are those? Learning support. Who is supporting me? My professors barely text me back, bro. Distance. The distance even killed me because I'm 5 minutes away. Which distance are we talking about? College is a scam. I'm tired. Like at this point, I'm gonna start a GoFundMe because I graduate in December. I don't think I can afford it anymore. What the time money has finished.
Can someone please tell me where that this whole college is a scam thing started? Because I just do not understand why my For You page is filled with videos of people stating that college is a scam, that you shouldn't go to college, that you shouldn't do this, that you shouldn't do that, that you should just go and become an entrepreneur. Not everyone is meant to be an entrepreneur, number one. Not everyone wants to be an influencer. And the fact that we're taking away credit from the blessing that it is to be able to get an education, especially for women. As we all know, there are a lot of women in many different countries that do not have the right to even open a book and get educated. Why are we going on the internet and saying that? Why are we not specifying that if you get a major that does not have a well-paying career, then it might not be worth it? But to come on the internet and make such a mind-blowing statement that college is a scam and that you're just going to be running on the, you're going to be on a rat race, corporate America, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and there's my dog. Ali, do you believe college is a scam? Because I don't think so. I've been an entrepreneur. I've left corporate America. I've come into corporate America, and I can always get a job. I did study finance. So let's just stop with this agenda that you shouldn't go to college. You need to just pick a major that is going to actually give you a return on your investment. Please and thank you.
College and university today is the biggest scam and waste of time ever. And I'm going to explain to you why. Number one, this is a fact. 85% of people who have a college degree are not working in the industry or in the category that they got their college degree in. 85%. You don't need to pay universities and get in a debt only to acquire education that is old and archaic, non-transferable in the real world, 85% of the time unusable, your degree, and then you spend the next 15, 20 years of your life paying off that college debt. And in addition to that, when there is YouTube and Google and master classes and courses by experts who are out there doing it in every category, by the way, from artists to American history, to world history, to English, to mathematics, you can find it all on YouTube, to stocks, to business. You can get PhD level education on anything on YouTube for free. And so why would you waste time and money that would otherwise give you an advantage if you can start 4 years ahead of time and use that money to actually build your business or to build your dream or whatever the thing is that you're going to do?
I love when y'all be like, college is a scam, college is a scam. No, you majored in high.
No, because I want to talk about it. Y'all go to college and major in things like art, dance, theater, knowing that's not going to make y'all no money or give y'all no guaranteed job. Be for real. And then y'all, oh, college is a scam, I got a degree for no reason. Yeah, you did that by choice. You major in something that you enjoyed in high school and think that's going to make you so much money. You have to major in something that gives you job security and makes money.
Why do you think college is a scam?
Half of this audience, if you get a job, will get a job that doesn't require a college degree. 41% of kids that enter college will not graduate. And the vast majority of kids, 60 to 70% that go to college, I believe study things that are completely worthless, meaningless, and don't enrich society at all.
Is that the fault of the student or the college?
Let's talk about the institution itself. So everyone in the audience here, how many of you have had to take classes that are a waste of time, that you wish you didn't have to take, that are a waste of money, and that every single hand goes up? Look around, look around, look around, no, look around. They're scamming every kid in this audience. They are forcing them to take classes that make them poorer, that take up their time in order to get the credential. That is an institutional scam. And by the way, every other part of life is all about your own customization. Your Netflix account, how you get your burrito bowl, from how you dress, your Amazon cart is you are in charge. But you come to college and they say you must go take these 3, 4, 5 classes that are very expensive, especially for you out-of-state students, to go further into debt, study things that don't matter, to find jobs that don't exist. That sounds like a scam.
After listening to a lot of people on both sides, I kind of come into conclusion that going to school to study some courses that sounds good on paper but have no prospects when it comes to job potentials in future, the job market for that course or the marketability of that course is very low. For example, you go to school to study a particular course that probably need only 2, 3, 4% of the whole population to study it, and then we have about 20% already in that course. Of course, you're not going to get a job. Not everybody can get a white collar job, and not everybody is needed in the economy or in this world to have a white collar job. Some people will definitely have a white collar job and some will have a blue collar job, and that's how society balances itself. That means if you're going to go to college and you do know in your heart coming out of high school that you do not see yourself sitting behind a desk and staring into a computer all day, then why go to school then? Because you might go to school and pass on an average, but you might not be marketable when you get into the market and job market world. There are tons of apprentice school out there that teaches culinary, teaches how to cut hair, how to make clothes, so many other things like cleaning of humanity hazards, biohazards, and all of that probably do not need colleges, but they definitely need certification. They definitely need going to school. So school in itself is not a scam, because we get schooled every day. Some people get schooled every day on YouTube. Some people get schooled every day by reading magazines, by making sure they have a little course to get a particular license they need in advancing their skills. So this is my own opinion. I would love to hear your opinion in the comment section. If you think that college, just going to school in all, is a scam, or if you feel like going to school and going to colleges or going to any type of school is not a scam, you just have to know where you belong and what you want to do and what will benefit you in future, or what is marketable around the locality that you want to go, or you want to work, or you want to live when you probably grow up. Because a high school student have a mission to not, for example, if they're living in Cincinnati, they don't want to live in Cincinnati in future. They probably want to live in New York City. So you want to try to search what are these job markets that are very high paying, or that is feasible for the kind of person you are in New York City. Those are the kind of researches we should be making. Going to college should not be just because you want to go to college. It should be personalized. What you want to do, what you see yourself in future that you want to do. Anyways, this is my own 2 cents. I'll be right here looking at your comments to see what your opinion are. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate you. Kindly click on the subscribe button if you have not subscribed, and please share to family and friends so that we can get this discussion going. Thank you.